welcome all to Anudeep YourStudyBuddy. Today we will see how to score out of marks in the binomial distribution. So let us understand what is a binomial distribution. I means 2. So when the population is divided into two parts, it is called binomial. So you will come across the problem where you have been given the situation where the target is hit, target is missed. If you are tossing a coin, you will be getting head or tail, or there will be a question on classroom where there will be girls and boys given. The probability distribution of number of successes in an experiment consisting of n Bernoulli trials obtained by the expansion of q plus p raised to n is called the binomial distribution. In simple language, there will be a population where you will be given number of successes and failure. So the population is divided into two parts. By is 2. So two parts giving you the probability of success and the probability of the failure. So the distribution for the binomial distribution is Px is equal to Ncx, P raised to x, Q raised to n minus x. So if you have been asked to find the binomial distribution, you need to evaluate the values of the parameter n and p. Random variable x is said to follow binomial distribution with the parameters n, p. The mean of the binomial distribution is divided by expected value of x, and that is equal to n into p, where n is a number of trials and p is a probability of success. Variance of binomial distribution is given by var of x, and it is npq. Q is a probability of failure. Standard deviation is the square root of variance, and it is denoted by sigma, and it is obtained by taking a square root of the variance x. Now let us solve the first problem. The mean and the variance of binomial distributions are 4 and 2 respectively. Find the probability of two successes. That is, we want to evaluate probability that x is equal to 2. It is exactly equal to 2. So what is given to us? We have been given the values of the mean and variance. We just now discussed what is the formula for mean, that is n into p, which is equal to 4 in this case, and variance is npq, and that is 2 in this case. So now if I can just say the equation 1 and 2, and if I take the ratio of 1 upon 2, I can see that np is a term that will get cancelled off. I'll be getting the value of q. So you get the value of q as 1 by 2, and you can find out the value of p then. P is 1 minus q. That is 1 minus half is giving you half. Now we have just obtained the value of p, that is 1 by 2. We know that np is equal to 4. So we get the value of n is equal to 8. Now to get the probability of success for x is equal to 2, we can use the formula for binomial distribution, that is ncx, p raised to x, q raised to n minus x. And by substituting the values of p, q and n, we get the answer as 7 by 64. Let us evaluate the next problem. If the sum and product of mean and variance of a binomial distribution are 9 and 18 respectively, find the binomial distribution. So here we need to evaluate the binomial distribution, that is, we need to find out what are the parameters of n and p. So what is given to us is the sum and product of the mean and variance. We know the formula for mean, that is np, and variance is npq. So if I take the sum will be np plus npq is equal to 9, and product will be np into npq is equal to 18. This is what is given to us. Now when we evaluate the second part, that is np into npq, we get n square p square q equals to 18. And from equation 1, we can take out np common, getting it np into bracket 1 plus q equals to 9. So that means np is 9 upon 1 plus q. So if I substitute this value of np in the equation 2, I will be getting n square p square. When I square np square, I get 81 by 1 plus q the whole square. So what we get when substitute in the equation 1, we get 81 by q upon 1 plus q the whole square is equal to 18. And by cross multiplying and simplifying the quadratic, we get the value of q as 2 and q is equal to 1 by 2. As we know that probability can never exceed 1, so q will be taking a value 1 by 2 here, and we can evaluate the value of p by taking 1 minus q, that is half. So q and p are half here. And now we want to evaluate the value of n. So by substituting the value of p and q in the equation, we can find out the value of n equals to 12. And now we have the parameter n and p with us. We can write the binomial distribution for the given problem is x follows binomial with n equal to 12 and p is equal to 1 by 2. If the mean and the variance of a binomial distribution are 4 and 4 by 3, then find the probability that x is greater than or equal to 2. So again, you have been given the values of mean and variance. We can equate it using the formulas. Mean is np equal to 4, variance is npq equals to 4 by 3. Now when you take the ratio, what you will be getting is the value of q, that is 1 by 3. And you can obtain the value of p by subtracting q from 1. So you get 2 by 3. So you have the value of p and q with you. You can very well find out the value of n, that is 6. Now the required probability is x is greater than or equal to 2. So we can rewrite it as probability that x greater than or equal to 2 equal to 1 minus probability that x is equal to 0 minus probability that x is equal to 1. Now evaluating these probabilities by using the probability distribution formula and substituting the values for p, q and n, we get the answer as 716 by 729. So under the heading binomial distribution, you can get the question for 1 mark, 2 marks or 3 marks in your final board exam. So you have a weightage of around 5 to 6 marks in your board exam. So you will need to simply remember the formulas for the distribution function of binomial. Also you have to remember what is the mean and variance of a binomial distribution. So by using the formulas on the probability distribution function of binomial, mean and variance, you can very well solve the problems in the board exam. Also, if you need a detailed concept clearing video, I am sharing my earlier videos link in the description box. So just check it out. As you must have realized, it is very easy to simplify the problem on the binomial distribution and score out of marks. So stay tuned for next upcoming interesting video. See you very soon. Thank you.